Yo, what up guys, this is your boy Judai Yuki here, and as you can see we're going to be doing a Judai Yuki deck profile. This is going to be the Neo-Spacian Turbo deck profile, which is basically similar to the Neo's deck profile, but not quite. It has the addition of the Chrysalis monsters, as you guys can see in the thumbnails. I actually have a build here where I can add the Chrysalis monsters, and this deck is just more focused on summoning the Neo-Spacians and kind of running the field with them, kind of spamming the Neo-Spacians on the field, and the Chrysalis monsters kind of allow you to do that a little bit faster or better. So it's kind of like it's still technically kind of a Neos deck, but not really. You'll see the differences. Obviously I had to make room for the Chrysalis, so I had to take a few things out, like a few elemental heroes and stuff, but you guys will see that right now. I'll actually start with the Chrysalis monsters, why not? I'll start with Chrysalis Dolphin, Chrysalis Chicky, Chrysalis Larva, Chrysalis Mole, Chrysalis Pantail, and Chrysalis Pinny. So these are the 6 Chrysalis monsters that transform into each of the 6 different Neo-Spacian monsters. Pretty self-explanatory. Obviously you gotta add them. That's what the deck is pretty much about. Their effects are pretty much while you control Neo-Space on the field, you could tribute these cards off to special summon its Neo-Spacian form from your hand or deck, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so that's the Chrysalis monsters, and then obviously they go into Aqua Dolphin, Air Hummingbird, Flare Scarab, Grand Mole, Dark Panther, and Glow Moss. So yeah, they transform into them, and yeah, we already know the Neo-Spacian, so there's not really much to get into that, but yeah, that's pretty much that. And then we got the support card for the Neo-Spacians. We got Cross Border. He allows you to search for Neo-Spacians and special summon them from your hand and stuff like that, so that's pretty cool. Then we got Elemental Hero Neos, obviously the ace. We got Neos Alius. We got Prisma. And then the only other Elemental Hero I have in this deck is Bubbleman. It's just for draw support. You use the anime effect, and to draw 2 cards. That's really it. You don't really need any other elemental hero in this deck, because like I said, there's no room for the other ones, and this deck doesn't focus on fusion summoning either. It only does contact fusion, obviously, so it's like a Neos deck, but a little bit, my Neos deck had a poly in it, had a fusion in it, but for like Neos Knight and stuff like that. But yeah, anyway, so you don't really need poly for this deck, but you'll see that when we get to the spell cards. Then for other just generic support cards, we got Dandelion, Necrogardna, and Spell Striker. Very simple, straightforward. Spell Striker is too good, Necrogardna is just too good, and Dandelion just helpful for tributes. Really good. So yeah, that's pretty much the monster lineup. I believe that's 20 monsters exactly. Next we're going to move on to the spell cards real quick. We got going to the Chrysalis spell cards. We got Contact, we got Cocoon Party, and then the Neo-Spacian support cards right here. We got Space Gift, allows you to draw a card for each Neo-Spacian you control. Convert Contact, you know what that does. The anime card Neo-Space Wave, it basically allows you to tribute off monsters you control and special summon Neo-Spacian monsters from your deck up to the number of monsters you tributed, as long as the amount of Neo-Spacians in your deck is greater than the ones in your graveyard or whatever. Yeah, and then we got Next, or Neo-Spacian Extent, that's its original name. We got Neos Energy, and then we got, for the Neo support, we got Instant Neo-Space, and obviously Miracle Contact. So that's pretty much like the Neos, Chrysalis, and Neo-Spacian support for the deck. Pretty cool, pretty fun stuff. This is an anime card. 2 Neos Energy is an Eclipse spell. Equipped only to a Neo-Spacian monster, it gains 800 attack during each of your standby phases. It loses 300 attack. So it pretty much just buffs up your Neo-Spacians. Like I said, this deck is more focused on Neo-Spacians and fighting more with the Neo-Spacians rather than fighting like with just Neos. Obviously it's still technically kind of a Neos deck, so you will be fighting with Neos and contact using and doing stuff like that, but you're going to be spamming the board with Neo-Spacians. That's the whole point of this deck, is to spam the board with Neo-Spacians and do their shenanigans and contact views and stuff like that. But yeah, for those who don't know about the Chrysalis Chrysalis cards, contact pretty much says you can send all Chrysalis monsters you control on the field to the graveyard to special summon their Neo-Spacian form from your, I believe it's from your hand, yeah, from your hand or deck. So that's cool. So it tributes them all off, which I really like that. You know, because it's like, oh, it's not like, oh, target one Chrysalis and then evolve it. No, if you have like 5 Chrysalis on the field, you get to evolve all of them, which is really awesome if you're able to pull that off, which it can be hard. Cocoon Party kind of helps with that. Special summon 1 Chrysalis monster from your deck for each Neo-Spacian monster with a different name in your graveyard. So the idea is send Neo-Spacians to your graveyard, at least 3, and then activate Cocoon Party, special summon 3 Chrysalis monsters from your deck, and then activate Contact, evolve all 3 of them, and you know, then activate Space Kid, draw like 3 cards, try to summon Neo somehow, and then triple Contact Fuse or Contact Fuse for whatever. You know, there's a lot of cool, fun combos that you can do with this. Trust me, it's actually a lot of fun. When I tried it out, it was a lot of fun. It's still as strong, it's still as powerful. So trust me. Anyway, let's just move on real quick to the trap cards, and then we'll get into the side deck, and then we'll talk a little bit more about the deck, just a little bit more. So that's the spell cards. Oh no, wait, no, sorry. There's more spell cards, 4 more. So we got Monster Reborn, we got Graceful Charity for draw support and to send Neo-Spacians to the graveyard, and Dandelion and whatever else to the grave. And then we got Oversoul and Emergency Call. Emergency Call is for obviously Neo's Prisma, mainly Neos and Prisma and Alius. And that's it. And obviously Oversoul, pretty much kind of the same thing except for Prisma. Anyway, but yeah, so that's the spell cards. Next we got the trap cards. We've got Cocoon Veil. This is the only Chrysalis / Neo-Spacian, well, Chrysalis support card, trap support card. Its effect is activated by tributing 1 face of Chrysalis monster, similar to like Contact, but it's only for 1. This turn, any damage to a player caused by an effect becomes 0. So basically, any effect damage becomes 0 for that turn. So that could be a cool way to, you know, avoid. This is like the only card Judai has to avoid effect damage, which sucks because you need to have Chrysalis monsters in order to even activate this. So it is what it is. But yeah, then special summon 1 Neo-Spacian monster from your deck that, you know, is in its text, but it special summons it from the hand, deck, or either player's graveyard. So it is better than Contact, and you know, because it's from the hand, deck, or graveyard. So I wish they all had that effect where it was hand, deck, or graveyard, not just hand and deck, because most of the time you're going to be sending the Neo-Spacians to the graveyard anyway, so it would be helpful if when I contact them, it could be from the graveyard as well, but it is what it is. Yes, that's the only Chrysalis support trap. Then we got Neo Signal, which is just Hero Signal but for Neo-Spacians. Then we got the anime card, Invincible Hero. Monsters you control that are attacked cannot be destroyed by battle this turn. This is just to protect your Chrysalis monsters. Stall out a little bit until you can draw out your Contact and your Neo-Space and you'll start doing stuff. This is just to stall a bit, and it protects all your monsters by battle that turn, so that's good. Then we got Call of the Haunted and Let Me Reverse. All your Chrysalis monsters and your Neo-Spacians are below 1,000 attack, so this is going to come in handy. And so is Call of the Haunted, obviously, for everything else. And then obviously the last trap, Negate Attack for protection. So yeah, that is the deck right there. We're gonna get into the side deck real quick. We got Pot of Greed, obviously just generic. You could add that in the main deck somewhere. Just, you know, it's in the side deck for a reason. So if you want to add Pot of Greed in there, just find space for it and add it in there. We got Common Soul, another Neo-Spacian support. I didn't add it in there, but there was no room for it. I guess I could take out probably like maybe Neo's Energy. I could take out for this, or you know, just find room for it. Find something that you don't feel is as important. I just wanted to try out some new cards in there as well. But if you want to add Contact Soul, you can. We got to Contact Out, obviously the Defusion. We got EN Shuffle anime card. Return 1 elemental hero monster you control to the deck. Special summon 1 Neo-Spacian monster from your deck. That monster's effects are negated. So You could definitely add that in the deck. It definitely does work. You don't have a lot of elemental hero targets in the main deck, but obviously all your Neos fusions also are treated as elemental heroes. They're all elemental heroes except for Neos Wiseman and Rainbow Neos, but that's not in the deck anyway. Neither of those are in this deck. But yeah, so you could tribute off your fusion monsters to summon Neo-Spacians as well if you want to do that. It depends on the situation, but yeah. Then we got Contact Soul. Activate only if you control face-up elemental hero Neos. Special summon one Neo-Spacian monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard during the end phase. Return all monsters you control to the deck. Yeah, I don't like that last part of the effect. I feel like that's so unnecessary to kind of return everything back to the deck. Like, why everything? Why not? It just makes no sense. You're only special summoning like one Neo-Spacian monster. It doesn't matter if it's from hand, deck, or graveyard. It shouldn't be that much of a restriction, honestly. Then we got Mystic Walk, from the Neos deck, just to tribute off, gain some life points. Mirage Cylinder, anime card. You guys have seen this before, I'm pretty sure. You can only activate this card from your hand. This is the anime effect of Magic Cylinder, which is why I'm reading it. Activate only when a face-up monster you control is attacked by an opponent's monster. The attack is negated and your opponent takes damage equal to the attack target. So yeah, very powerful, that effect. We got Special Hurricane for obvious reasons, and then the last three traps we got a Hero Emerges, Hero Signal, and Draining Shield. Really basic. The extra deck was pretty simple and straightforward. There wasn't really too much to go on. The main deck kind of works really well for itself anyway. These are just kind of a couple little tech support cards you could squeeze in there, try to alternate anyway. But yeah, so that's the deck right there. Then we got the fusions. We got Neo-Spacian Twinkle Moss. That's what Nex is in there for. This is the evolved form of Glow Neos. It's basically has the same effect as Glow Neos, only except you get to draw the card instead. So you could pull off some really cool plays. Every turn just keep attacking and drawing a card and then applying the effect. So pretty cool. It's pretty fun actually bringing that out. Then we got Neo-Spacian Marine Dolphin, the evolved form of Aqua Dolphin. Its effect is once per turn you can discard one card to look at your opponent's hand. Select one monster card in it. If you control a monster with higher attack than or equal to the selected monsters, destroy the selected monster and inflicts 500 points of damage. So it's just like an Aqua Dolphin, but just like slightly better. Yeah. And then yeah, we got Neos Knight obviously on the side. It's gonna be kind of hard to summon him because we don't have Poly. But you can summon him with Miracle Contact if you want to use it for that. But you can summon him in the deck. Also add Poly in the side deck too, just in case if you want to summon Neos Knight. Yeah, just add Poly in the side deck too. I didn't add it in there, but you might need it in case you want to fuse for him. We got Aqua Neos. We got Marine Neos. Marine Neos is the evolved form of Aqua Neos. It fuses with Marine Dolphin. Its effect is it's an upgraded form of his effect, of Aqua's effect. So once per turn you can discard one card in your opponent's hand. That's it. So you don't have to discard anything, you just discard it. His attack is 2800, so it's stronger than him, and he doesn't have the secondary effect where at the end phase it returns to the extra deck. So he's actually better than most of these just because he doesn't have to go back to the extra deck. Yeah. So then we got Air Neos, Dark Neos, Grand Neos, Flare Neos, Glow Neos, Storm Neos, Magma Neos, the anime effect of Chaos Neos. I don't know if you guys know this effect. Oh, you probably do. You saw it from the Neos deck. During this turn, this card is special summoned. Negate the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent controls. During the end phase, return this card to the fusion deck. Yeah, same thing. So it basically becomes, it just negates every monster effect on the field. Oh no, that your opponent controls. That's good, and it's just currently on that field. I don't think it's until the end phase either. Yeah, it's not. Permanently negates them, so that's good. And then the final is God Neos. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the deck right there. That's the Neo-Spacian Turbo deck profile. It's really fun. I guarantee it. I guarantee you'll enjoy yourself. It's very fun. You can spam a lot of Neo-Spacians. You know, it can kind of be a little hard to pull off, you know, to draw the right cards at times, you know, to pull off the right combos. Sometimes you don't get contact or Neo-Space in your hand, and you're kind of just like waiting. So, you know, just if you want to try to add as much draw support in the deck as you can, so you can get to your cards a little faster. And yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the deck list. Have fun with this, try it out. It's definitely a lot of fun, similar to the Neos deck, like I said, but not exactly. Obviously more focused on the Neo-Spacians. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. God bless you guys. Thank you guys for everything. Gotcha!